So that was Help the Poor by Robben Ford. I used the Moises app to strip out the drums and bass to give me a backing, and I added some rhythm guitar. Now, when I'm practicing, I like to try and occasionally bring in different elements together so that I can sort of address different elements of my playing at the same time. What I really wanted to focus on with this was I recorded myself playing over it last night, and I felt like my time feel was not great. Funky groove, 122 BPM, really comfortable tempo, easy changes, and I didn't think I was sounding very fluent or in command. So what I really wanted to do with this was get it to so I could sort of play something that sounded really convincing. I also wanted to try and focus more on a bit more of a straight ahead blues vocabulary, rather than trying to put all the clever sort of beboppy things in. I mean, Robben Ford plays a lot of jazz in his playing. All those altered scales and things crop up a lot, especially in this kind of setting where you've got that, that chord there. Anyway, so what I found myself doing was just basically looking at where I was leaning ahead of the beat, let's say. I do spend a lot of time working on sort of quantizing my picking and trying to get that together. But of course, in real playing, you don't just play alternate picking, or I don't. And so I realised that one of the things I should probably try and do would be to get the, just double check that I'm actually hammering and pulling off in time. Now, pulling off was the thing that I actually found was the biggest problem. So, we're in D minor for this. But it was to try and make sure that I'm playing, get that in the pocket, and also you can do the same with trying to do like the sort of reverse things, so that you're actually hammering onto the beat 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, that kind of thing. So I spent a bit of time this morning just focusing on practicing that as a thing, not even worrying about playing, practicing any lines or things like that. And I think that definitely helped because, when you get a bit excited when you're improvising, when you're playing pull-offs and hammer-ons, there's a tendency, because if you're not having to get the picking, laying down the time, sometimes the left hand can go off on its own trajectory somewhat. So that was the first thing that I wanted to look at. I did want to throw in a few little jazzy things. There's a little lick that I put in here, which is, I'll play it slowly. It's a Schofield thing, John Schofield thing. So there's your A7 augmented chord. It's almost like an E flat 7 idea, like that. So you start, it's almost like playing E flat 7 sharp 11, which is tritone substitution of that chord. But it's just quite a cool thing because it's very lands on the third of the home chord, but it's got that big wide intervallic thing going. I also did another thing that was kind of Schofieldy near the end, which was this kind of thing. Can't remember exactly what I played on the solo, but it was that kind of concept. So on the 5 chord again, we're going from the 7th, flat 9, then major third, minor third, flat 9. That kind of thing there. So I mean, the whole point of this exercise really was, though, to focus on my time and phrasing. So I think, if you are finding that you're struggling with getting in the pocket sometimes, have a look at what's happening with your left hand with your hammer-on and pull-offs, because it's very easy to end up rushing, I find personally. Sound-wise for this, got my custom shop Strat here, Old Faithful, which hasn't seen much use recently, although I did use it on a gig the other night. And I'm using the Neural DSP what's it called? It's the Mesa Boogie Mark II suite, which is actually a really versatile plugin, which I've used for a lot of things, for recordings and online sessions and things. It doesn't do everything, but you can get, you know, nice clean Fendery tones out of it, and also these kind of more Robben Fordy, Larry Carlton-y kind of tones. And it's also got some other effects on there as well. So the delay and reverb that you're hearing on the lead guitar is coming from within the plug-in there. So it's a cool little sound. So I've used it a lot more than I expected to. All right, see you next time. Cheers.